Hi, online students. Mr. Rosenleaf here, coming at you for both online U.S. history and online government. So I've been having some questions from both classes recently. Folks coming in very confused, saying they didn't know something was an assignment. They didn't know what they were supposed to be doing. So I want to kind of make a quick video just to show you what I'm talking about and what an assignment is. So this is the U.S. history course, but this is going to look very similar in the government class. I structure them very similarly. So I'm going to go down to our unit for this week when you're going to be watching this. So week 3 for the U.S. history people. So you'll notice here that, so here's Unit 1, pre-Civil War to Reconstruction. The U.S. history kids have been in a review period for those of you in government. So what you see right at the top is I'm always going to put the main unit assignment right at the top. Now notice on this one, I put a thing you have to read beforehand, just my expectations for reading guides for the U.S. history kids. I think I've already done this in the Gov class. If I haven't, I will. Below that, once you've read that, you can access then the reading guide. But then I also put up in this top part video resources. So I put the couple of playlists. One is just all the crash course videos, basically from the Washington administration through to the eve of the Civil War, and then the Civil War and Reconstruction ones. And then I have sort of a general playlist of other videos, though I think there's a couple crash course ones in there too. So again, pick and choose what you think you need in those. But notice, and this is going to be kind of a big thing. So notice that the icons here, this is going to be your first clue about whether or not something is an assignment, is these are just, they're a page with a little globe. What that means is that's an internet link. Okay, I am linking literally to YouTube playlists there. But if you notice up top, you'll notice the icon, you can kind of see it because it's not available yet, because I haven't read the thing. But notice the Semester 1, Unit 1 reading guide. So there's a paper there, but there's a hand. It's literally where you hand that in. Okay, so take a clue from the icons. The thing up top, that's just a page. It's a page you read. There's nothing you really need to do with that except follow what it says. But it's not an assignment in and of itself. So scrolling down again, you see the podcasts, which I have linked via Google Drive. It was easier than trying to figure out SoundCloud. So you'll notice that I put those in there. Government folks, I am trying to get those up and running for you. Your book's a little different, has some different resources. And then some additional things. These are things that I go through in my in-person classes, the Coming of the Civil War notes, and then the Civil War outline notes from last year. And I'm not anticipating making huge changes to those. You're welcome to look through them, might be helpful, but you certainly don't have to. All right, so we get to week 3, which is this week that is coming up, or maybe you're watching this on the 15th. Great. So you'll see week 3 instructions, and this is going to be your next clue about what is and is not an assignment, because you're going to click on this and you're going to see I've listed everything you need to do. So Unit 1 reading guide, boom, the thing at the top. Week 3 discussion forum right below this, and then week 3 lesson video and reflection journal right before that. Those are the 3 things you need to be working on for that week. Now, in addition to that, you can be looking at the video playlist. You can be listening to the podcasts. But you do need to be working on these 3 things. Note that the reading guide says it will be due on Monday the 29th, so you have 2 weeks on it. And that's going to be very similar with Gov, except that our test actually runs that second week because you guys have way more units. So this will also always list, and I'll do the same thing in government, when your thing is due. Notice the discussion forum, I say that it's due on the Monday of each week. Okay, so that's just kind of a general note. And response is due by Monday. for the reflection journal. Note, too, for Gov and Online US, if you click on the link for the video and it brings up an aging 1980s pop star singing his greatest hit in some way, shape, or form, that's not the video I want you to watch. It's just a placeholder, and I'll replace it. And then, obviously, I have some other things there that I won't go into right now, although I will say, if you and your folks are not yet on Parent Square, please get on Parent Square. It is the easiest way for me to try and contact you in a relatively expedient manner. So going back out, I'm going to scroll back down here. Yeah, and so notice that, like, the discussion forum, again, clue with the icon, little word bubbles. That means this is a discussion, back and forth and back and forth. So that's a clue that you have something to do. This is an instruction page. This is an internet link. You should still click on it once the video is posted. But again, there's nothing for you to do in there. You don't have to turn something into that. But down below, you see a little piece of paper with a pencil. That means you have to write in there. Okay, so oftentimes the icons, and I don't use every available little app or whatever they call them in Moodle, but if the icon implies some kind of action, it's probably something you need to turn in. But even if you didn't know that, you're always reading the instructions. Always read the instructions. I put them together every week for you to help you. And it will tell you exactly what you need to have done and when you need to have it done. So, pretty please, read the instructions. But also you can take clues from the icons if you look at them carefully. Okay, that's all I wanted to say about that. Thank you all so much for paying attention and for being patient with me as we've been getting going. And stop into 207 if you have any questions or need anything. All right, thanks, guys. Bye-bye.